Good Friday, everybody. It's cold, it's windy, it's cloudy, and we've got stuff to do out here at the farm. And I don't know how many layers I've got on. I've lost count. It's like 47 degrees out here, and it is breezy, and the wind's supposed to get even worse this weekend. We got rain coming. I got the skid steer with the brush cutter warming up, and I'm gonna try to do some little bit of mowing out here today. I'd like to mow this field right here, and it's just got this little bit of grass on it. I think for this I am going to actually get the John Deere zero turn over here for all this in here. It's not that thick and it should go through it pretty quick, but I want to get the skid steer up because we're going to mow this back field over here, and I'll show you that. So this is what I want to get cut down with the skid steer really quickly. This is an old little field right here behind the farmhouse. We mostly just kind of use this for a little impromptu shooting range right here, and it's just got this broom straw that's kind of grown up all over it. And big stuff with this broom straw is you got to be careful mowing it, because see, like these little fuzzy things on the top, they are extremely flammable. So today's a good day to come out here and cut this stuff because it's nice and cold, and shouldn't have too much risk of that stuff getting in the machine and catching up. But that stuff right there has been responsible for many a machine catching on fire. And then I might come through here real quick with the skid steer too, chew all this down. I had the Kubota mini excavator over here a couple weeks ago with the MTL brush cutter head on it. Kelly was out here just clearing this little area out, mowing down these little live oaks. Most of them are like that tall, that kind of stuff. He came through here and just kind of opened this up right here and mowed them down, and it mowed everything down, but it didn't really kind of grind and mulch everything up very good. So I think I might bring the skid steer through here and just see if I can't just churn some of this stuff up a little better, make this look a little better. So that's what we're gonna do. Might get into some other stuff, I don't know yet, we'll see. But the skid steer should be about done warming up. Let's go hop in it and see what we can get done. Okay, well that worked out well. Oh, that looks good. Didn't take but just maybe 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, about 20 minutes to mow this little, it's probably about a half acre or something like that. Quarter to, it's probably like a half, something like that. So, like I said, we just use this kind of as like an impromptu shooting range. There's nothing going back that way for like 1,000 yards at least. Nothing but just woods and trees. So, and we usually don't shoot any, like, this is just for like pistols and little 22 or something like that, you know, just set up a little target or whatever. So let's see if we can kind of maybe grind some of this stuff down too that Kelly's got kind of just sitting here that he didn't get to. And if I had the mulcher for the Mini, I'd come back through here with the mulcher. It would be a lot better to chew some of this stuff up. These little live oaks, they're tough to chew up with a rotary mower. They're just real, the wood fiber on them is real kind of just fibrous and stringy, and they just don't chew up and mulch down very well, even with the mulcher. But the mulcher does a better job than the rotary cutters. But we'll kind of come through here. I'll just back drag all of this and maybe set the GoPro right up there, and I'll just kind of work my way back through here and just back drag all this, see if we can't chew it up. Let's see if we can't make this look a little better. Well, that definitely looks a little better. Doesn't look any worse, that's for sure. But yes, it ground most of this stuff up a little better. Made it a little more fine. I guess if the goal was to turn the skid steer into a complete dusty mess, that goal was accomplished. But we got most of this chewed up. I didn't want to go in there. I think Kelly's got some implements and stuff sitting in there. I don't know what's in there. But we got all this kind of mowed down and cleaned up. It definitely looks better. That's kind of a good kind of see, like that's what it looks like now versus what it did look like, you know, where all these little pieces were still kind of not very chewed up, and now it's more definitely finer, more chewed up mulch. But these live oaks are tough to mulch, man. Even the mulcher has a hard time chewing them up. But the difference between coming in here with the mulcher and that thing is blades on that are cheap and the teeth on the mulcher are expensive. Especially when you add up all 20 of them at $27 a piece. It's like 600 bucks. But yeah, this will do for now. This definitely looks a little better. I don't know what Kelly's going to come in here and do. He might end up turning this little section 2 into another little planter garden for some of his fruit trees. I think battery died there right mid-sentence, as it always does. But yeah, I think, I don't know if he's going to kind of maybe put some more fruit trees. I think that one's dead, but these two have done pretty well. I don't think they've fruited yet, but maybe they will next year. I think that one's still alive. That one died. There was another one in the corner that died too. But maybe he'll plant some more fruit trees. I don't know what he's going to do in here, but we've at least got some more space to do some stuff with now. And then maybe I can come through here and just kind of hand pick up some of this stuff and just burn it later this year. So that's done. Let's see if we can't crank up the old green monster over here and kind of mow this down. I think Kelly wants to plant some oats out here, some winter oats or something, and I think he's got some planted back there in that backfield as a food plot on the back end back there at the box stand. So let's see if we can't mow this down so he can till it later. Well, I think that turned out pretty well. Mower went through that fairly quickly. This field right here is exactly 1 acre right here with this little section, and then there's like a little, I guess that's kind of like a road that goes back that way. And if you kind of cut this field off at that road and just keep going this way and just section this little part off, this is 1 acre, and then that back section back there is like another 2.5. But this turned out well. There's nothing but just grass in here, so that 0 turn is perfect for it. You can cut this with, I mean, I've cut this with Kelly's bush hog tractor, but the bush hog's not on it, and taking the planter off and putting the bush hog on is a pain in the butt. And for this little thing, the mower actually does a little bit better job. And I set it at about, I think 4 inches, 3.5, 4 inches off the ground, and it just went right through this. This was, I mean, using the tractor with the bush hog, that thing's so slow, and it's also a 50-inch or 60-inch cut as well. But man, that 0 turn just zoop, 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 back and forth, done and done. I was gonna burn this weekend, but I don't have the mini, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow and be really windy. So rain, wind, you know, all that stuff's just not conducive to burning. And I'm gonna try to finish burning the rest of this. A couple pieces of pine in there is really all that's left. I'm gonna rake this out. Most of it's ash and dirt, but there's a couple pieces of this pine and what's a little bit left of those old palms that were in there and stuff like that. Some other pieces. I'm gonna burn this and all that other stuff over there on that other field that I cleaned up last weekend. And that should be fun. Get all that burnt hopefully next weekend if it's not raining and windy. But today was a perfect day to be out here. I love these just cold, low overcast days out here. Is my favorite, absolute favorite days to be out here. Cold typically doesn't bother me too much. It's like, you know, 48 degrees out here. That's not too bad. So I'm gonna hop on the little side-by-side right here and take a little gander around the impound back there and just check on a few things. But my next project after burning is to fix some of the holes and erosion problems and some of the damage that the muskrats and stuff have done to the impound back there. We've got some holes to fix and stuff like that, and then we'll try to finish mulching out the back line of the impound back there where I've got to finish clearing that out, but I haven't been able to because of the holes that are back there. So, you know, this looks good. Hopefully Kelly can get out here later this week and get this turned over and tilled up and get his oats planted, and we'll see if that takes off. I haven't seen anything come up yet in the backfield that he planted, but hopefully soon. Well, that's my Friday fun day out here at the farm. Just doing a few chores and things, and just enjoying this weather. It's going to start raining tonight, and tomorrow just going to be cold and rainy. I'm going to sit inside, hang out. Misty and I got tickets to go to the Coastal football game, but I don't think we're going to go now because it's going to be cold and rainy, and I'm not trying to. I love football, but I don't like to sit in the cold and rain. Call me a wuss if you want to, but all right, let's go fire this guy up and go take a ride around, and I will catch you guys later. Bye, everybody.